Okay, and looks like I am just about to start. So, how y'all doing today? I've got a special today. I've got two guests back to back. The first guest that I'm going to have talking with me today is Miss Andrea McKenzie. She's an artist, very talented artist. So, I hope that you all enjoyed today's discussion. Maybe I get a chance to see some of her work. And here we go. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and add on Miss Andrea. Hi, Andrea. How you doing?
Hi, I'm
How
quite
you
good, thank
doing?
you. I'm fine, thank you.
So, Andrea, I got to say thank you for coming and chatting with me today. We're going to talk about your art, talk about your background, maybe get a chance to see some of the art that you have created, and feel free to just talk to us and share whatever information that you want to share. But first off, give us a little bit of background about who you are.
Well, as you say, I'm from Kenzie. I come from Trinidad and Tobago with a solid background in carnival and artistry, as I have a lineage of creatives in my family, from my grandmother go right back. We have
Oh,
movie makers, artists, graphic artists, all these different things. Natural talent.
okay, okay. So you said you have a lineage of artists in your family. You said your
Yeah.
grandmother. What did your grandmother do?
She used to paint and she was a pianist. So,
Hmm. Okay.
yeah.
So the influence was throughout the family, throughout the time growing up and everything like that.
Of course, yeah, yeah.
I got you. I got you. So you come from where again? Because I didn't say it when I during my intro.
Ah, I'm originally from Trinidad and Tobago and based in Atlanta.
Okay, based in Atlanta, originally from Trinidad. Shout out to Trinidad. That's where I'm from as well. So
Hey, hey.
I'm thankful that you came and want to talk with us. So, what schools or whatever it is that you went to when you were back home in Trinidad?
I went, starting way back, I went to Blackman's private school, and then I went to Digger Martin Secondary, and then School of Business and Computer Science.
Okay, okay. So, did you have any artistic influences in any of those schools that you went to?
Miss Singh was my art teacher in Digger Martin Secondary, and she's established artist as well.
Okay, so how did Miss Singh influence you in your work?
Oh my God, I used to give so much trouble. It's crazy.
I'm,
Cracking jokes and stuff, but honestly, it's to my dad and carnival making, making of costumes and stuff like that as a little girl, being in the mass camp and watching what they were doing and stuff.
So mass camps had like a lot of pageantry and a lot of great examples of people. You're saying, okay,
Yes.
okay. So I see another West Indian woman art piece that you have next to you. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Rihanna.
Okay, what where did you get that
Um,
inspiration from?
I was inspired to do her because obviously she's a Caribbean woman
Hmm.
like me, and she's excelling right now in so many different aspects of her life, and it's admirable to know that you could come from a small island and do such big things. And I chose to build a headpiece as well on her, to reflect the culture because she goes back to her native home every year and participates, you know,
Okay, you said participate. She participates in
in
Carnival and
carnival.
stuff
Yes,
like
she
that.
does. Yes, she
Okay,
does.
have you ever got a chance to meet her before?
I wish. I wish she would see this, you
Hmm.
know.
Okay,
One
okay.
day, nothing is impossible in my world.
Well, you're in a great location as far as being able to network your art, get a chance to have really good exposure. I'm sure. I'm sure you've had a chance to meet a celebrity or two down there in Atlanta.
Oh my God, no, no. One or two, when I did the BT Lena with screening for her new TV show. I met the stars of them and stuff like that. I displayed art at that event as well, but I'm also gonna, after this whole Corona thing is
Mm-hmm.
done, a lot of my uh, projects has been pushed back.
Mm.
So I'm hoping when that's cleared up a bit, I could get back out there and do certain things.
Okay, okay. So I know, I was reading your bio, and it has a lot of eclectic words. It had a lot of really good descriptions, but I was trying to figure out where is the where's the Afrocentric influences, and what inspires you to create that and put it out there in your art.
I'm a big advocate for Black women as well,
Mm-hmm.
natural. I think society don't really celebrate natural women,
Mm-hmm.
Black women as much. So I try to do a lot of uplifting images
Okay.
to portray that, and men as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're willing to share
Yeah.
share that from regarding men as well. I appreciate that. But
Yes, yes.
so let me ask, as far as where people can uh, gather inspiration for art and all of that, have you ever been an inspirer of other people's arts?
Yes, I get messages all of the time. I've had artists that painted portraits of me as well. You
Okay.
know, and I'm always open to give other artists advice from my perspective, from my journey. As an immigrant that's coming from somewhere else, I have to work much harder. That's
Hmm.
how I see it. Especially when you come to a place where nobody knows you.
Yeah. Yeah. Your talent has to almost tell the story for you versus you having to tell the story for your talent. Would you say?
I would say that, I mean, it's always good when you have a message to portray
Mm-hmm.
and you stay authentic and true to oneself and always try to be unique and to stand out. So
Mm.
if you go anywhere in the parts of the world and you see one of my pieces,
Mm-hmm.
you can say, "Eh, that's an Andrea McKenzie piece." And it's
Mm-hmm.
very important for me to project my culture with my pieces as well.
Okay, okay. So that is wonderful. As a Trinidadian myself, I put a lot of pressure onto myself in order to really perform, because when I say perform, I mean to really, you know, get whatever task that it is that's at my hand, and I want to really be the best at it. I mean, there's no limitations as to where I can go, and that's the way how my family runs, and I'm
Absolutely.
and I'm sure that's the way how a lot of other West Indian people carry themselves as well. Would you say?
Of course. I mean, in the art industry, it
Mm-hmm.
can be spread to so many different things, like collaborations with Nike, like all
Mm-hmm.
museums and all these different things. You have to know the type of artist you want. My vision might be someone else's vision.
Mm-hmm.
My technique or the way I do things might work for them. So
Mm-hmm.
you have to find a way and something that works for you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And your art?
And
Okay.
I mean, I went to bed 5 o'clock this morning, working.
Oh, okay.
So you understand what I'm saying? Sometimes people don't understand the long hours and the
Mm-hmm.
dedication and the tears
Mm-hmm.
that go into creating pieces.
Yeah. I would say, I was going to crack a joke saying, you said you went to bed at 5 in the morning. I'm thinking in Atlanta, it's easy to get yourself in a party and party until 5 in the morning. But then I thought, oh, hold on, Corona is stopping all of
Of
that
Corona stuff,
like
well,
that.
Atlanta's actually opened back up, and I've heard
Mm,
they had day parties. I'm one that don't really party
mm-hmm.
because I don't, most of the time I don't have the time.
I
I'm
got
always
you.
working. That's not really my interest. I usually may go to, parks and stuff like that, take photos, that's my kind of vibe.
So you do
But
photography as well.
don't place me as a photographer,
Oh, okay,
please.
okay,
I bought
okay.
a camera and I'm learning because it's like this. I'm not just an artist, I'm also an entrepreneur and a businesswoman. So I invest in myself.
Mm.
You know, a camera is obviously important,
Mm-hmm.
lighting, different materials, you know. So I bought a Canon Rebel and don't ask me anything because I have no clue. I'm
Well,
still learning.
well, I'll tell you as far if you want to learn how to improve on your, for because I'm sure you're not gonna slack off, buy something expensive as a camera and just be like, hey, just let it
No, no,
collect
no.
dust.
No. I try to learn one or two things when I have time, and that's the next thing to also balancing
Mm-hmm.
because I do make time to at least read a chapter a day of a book, you know, stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that to keep my mind refreshed and also seek knowledge
Yeah.
because it's important, you know. Marketing, when I did it, however long, isn't, you know, so many things change now
Mm-hmm.
that you have to learn,
Yes.
you know. So
Yes.
investing in a business is very important.
Well, as one entrepreneur talking to another, I know
Yeah,
exactly what.
you already
Let
know.
let let,
You
let me
already know.
let me
Don't
show
show off.
you. Let me
Don't,
show you.
don't show off. Don't show off your high tech stuff, please.
No, no, no. I'm gonna tell you my motivations, right? So I have this is my lighting that I use for
Yes, I saw that. I said I need to get
and
one.
say for instance I turn off the light here, right? It's
That's
it,
great.
it's all lighting, right? So I could change the background, make it blue,
Right.
but it's all about honestly, just as art. Because I remember Digo Sec. I remember going to taking an art class in Digo Sec, and I remember one of the art teachers that were there, and they said something about texture and contrast and lighting and brightness
Lighting.
and I was like, this makes no sense to me. But now, as an adult, as a almost 40-year-old,
Right.
almost 30 years later, I'm now using
You're
those exact.
understanding.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Especially when it comes to my pieces, because it's three-dimensional, it's crushed glass, it's
yes.
so many elements. So I have to know the light and the natural light. And
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay,
I'm like,
okay.
whew.
So I know you mentioned some things regarding small business as a businesswoman, as an entrepreneur. Can you talk to us of some of the successes that you've had? Well, you know what? Now let's talk about some of the things that were not as successful in the beginning, so that people know, hey, it's an upward climb on that
Well,
hill of
I will
success.
say this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, part of my journey in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
I used to go back and forth from Trinidad to New York to DC, you know, beating those streets, getting dressed, looking for art opportunities. You know, that was the way I did it
Mm-hmm.
to get my stuff out there and also learn the culture
Mm-hmm.
because in Trinidad, it just was too small for my aspirations.
Yeah.
You know, I was bored and I was just tired of the same routine at that point. And then I got fired from my job, but thank God that happened because I wouldn't be here.
Ooh, where back home?
And
Back home
yeah,
or
yeah,
up
yeah,
here?
yeah. Back
Wow.
home. Back home, I got fired from my job, and I will never forget how lost I felt. You know, I didn't know who I was. You know, you're hanging out from Sunday to Sunday, and then eventually I'm like, this, you know, I need to find my purpose. You know, what is my purpose?
Mm-hmm.
And then I heard, well, it lies in your passion, in your gift. And then
Mm-hmm.
I thought, I don't want to be a star, what happens? But the thing about it is that fear is man-made, and everything is so much in your head that when you actually step out and do it, it's like, what I worried about? But it's not always great days. In the beginning, they had times where I had to choose between a good, nice meal and art materials.
Ooh.
But I kept thinking, guess what? That next piece might be my breakthrough. This might be it. You know, I've got rejected from many shows.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now I'm there because it's like it's either you like it or you don't like it, and I know that I'll get a yes, and
Yeah.
I've gotten yeses, but you have to dedicate yourself and really know that this is what you want
Mm. Mm.
because it's a very competitive field as well.
It is. Well, I
So
think every field is honestly competitive.
It is, but some people are not willing to do the work, you know. They see the great stuff, but they don't know the tears and the many times I said, oh, you know, I don't want to do this anymore, and I'm crying, and you know, and then they get back up like this, get yourself together, you know. Besides that, you have a purpose in life
Mm.
that goes beyond art as well, to inspire people, to inspire women, to inspire young girls. I've got messages from parents stating, you know, my daughter wants to be like you. So I feel like if I have a responsibility as well, you know, to that. But it has been rough. I'm not even lying to tell you. And then a few years, I just got tired of living out of a suitcase,
Yeah, yeah.
basically, because that's what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I decided to come to Atlanta through some research, but it was rough. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and you do have those moments when you question, you know, that's just the life of artists,
Yeah. You know what's
you
funny?
know.
Your story is very reminiscent on the story of many artists, of many
Hmm.
people who, you know, it almost, there's a saying that I like, that I've kind of adopted into myself, and the struggle makes the success sweeter.
It does, it does, it does. It does. You don't know, and even the support. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody could probably afford a $4,000, you know, piece. But
Mm-hmm.
just by someone reposting my art, just by someone commenting under my art, like you're doing well, you know, your growth is great. That's what that's support, because
Mm-hmm.
you don't know if your repost might reach somebody that could afford it,
Yeah.
or could help,
Yeah.
you know. And I think the best thing for me was to move out of my comfort zone.
Yes. Because that's the only place that you could grow. You
I know,
you
but
can't be
when
a
I moved out of my comfort zone, I
Yeah.
was like doing,
Yeah.
because you know, I come here not knowing anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia is humongous,
Mm-hmm.
you know, compared to Trinidad. So
Mm-hmm.
I actually had to learn everything. And now it's like, you know, what were you even worried about? But I prefer that way than to sit down and wonder what if, you know, what if I
Mm.
took that, didn't take that chance. And I remember having jobs and being
Mm-hmm.
so unhappy within myself and unfulfilled, you know. Um, just surrounded by people and no direction, and I didn't even know who I was. I told
Yeah.
you. And art saved me because it
Yeah.
gave me a way to express myself therapeutically, you know, and just be me and be happy with that and be comfortable with that. And I've got a I grew a lot of confidence over the years as well
Mm-hmm.
because I've gotten hate mail.
What?
I've
Hold on.
hate.
We'll come back to the hate mail area. Oh my God. There's hate mail in the art industry. That's crazy. Wait.
Actually, it was not an artist. It was a friend. Well, a friend that I thought was a friend
Yeah.
that emailed from another email. But you know, you can easily track it.
Yeah.
But that actually built up my confidence even more, you know, and made me determined even more.
Yeah.
Like, this is what you think? Okay, well, cool. You
Yeah.
know, I'm
I,
gonna show you in my mind. You know what I'm saying? So look,
yeah.
and it doesn't, you know, criticism and stuff like that. It rolls off my back because I know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
God knows who I am. God knows my heart. So I don't, you know, ever dwell on that. It's a lot of learning lessons and a lot of growth and a lot of maturity,
Yeah.
coming into your own as a woman as well.
I would say so. Your story is absolutely inspiring, I would say.
Thank you.
We oftentimes run through those hard times. Like a personal story for me. I got out of the military in 2014. But before I got out, and shout out to my wife. She bought a bunch of photography equipment, and I was like,
Serious.
okay,
Wow.
maybe I should start looking into this photography thing,
That
and
support is amazing. You don't
and
find that.
yeah, I jumped all into it. I got it. I started getting good at it, and now I'm able to profit off of it, working a regular 9 to 5, and then
Right.
doing this,
This, yeah,
which is
the next
fun.
source of income, of course, because it's
Yes,
what you
yes.
like. You
This
know,
is yeah.
I'm just not that person. You know, I'm a
Hmm.
creative, and I started to just accept myself for that and understand that I am the designer of my own life.
You ever get
You
a
know,
flutter in your heart when you think of a piece of art that you want to create? Like, ooh, I want to just go and do it.
Rihanna was one of them. I was
Hmm.
pondering on her for weeks. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, listen, I need to do this. But
Yeah.
I just love to create from how I feel. And I see art as my personal vision board, how I
Hmm.
want life to be. You know, so when I walk out in my studio, it's like, surrounded by all this great energy. All this great
That energy
energy.
is addictive. Speaking of great energy, we've got some really good comments coming in. Let's just go ahead and share some of the comments on the screen. Matter of fact, here we go. We got Jaleese. Hey, Jaleese.
Hey, Julius.
That's my cousin, by the way. She in Tobago.
Hi, cuz.
All right. She said, "Hey, Trinidad and Tobago." And then we've got something from Natalie McKenzie.
Yes, Natalie. Thank you, honey.
Okay, good, 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 good. Hey, Andrea, so before I start, I want to go into and start sharing some of your actual art, right?
Mm.
Because obviously you're an artist, but I want to at least promote what you got going on. Do you have a website that people could go and check
Yes,
out?
I do.
And what is
It's
it?
AndreaUniqueArt.com.
AndreaUniqueArt.com.
Dot
Okay.
com.
Do
Yeah.
you have a social media page that people could follow?
Instagram, it's Andreas, Andreas dot heart, Heart. You
Wait,
know,
hold on.
the A
Andreas.art?
heart, as
Oh.
in heart, Heart,
Mm-hmm.
because I paid from the heart. Play on words.
I see you. I see you. Okay, so let me put that on the page so that people could at least know where to go and check out what you've got going on there. But let's kind of go into sharing some of the art that you've created. Let's do it with a quick screen share. And so this is where I will allow you to just talk and describe the different art that you see and your inspiration and all those different things, right? I'm not going to ask about pricing. People could send you a
Please do.
message if they want to
Thank you.
know
Private
how things
message me.
are.
Thank you.
There you go. So
Ray
here we go.
Charles, you
Here we
gotta
go.
love Ray though.
Hmm.
You know, I was actually preparing these pieces for jazz, but you know, that got pushed back.
Okay.
Ray.
That's a beautiful piece, by the way.
Thank
Very
you.
beautiful piece. So,
Thank you.
all right, let's jump into the
Little
next one
girls
here.
and stuff.
Oh,
Oh, my girl, Maya,
my.
Angelo. I
Ooh.
incorporated the hummingbirds
Mm-hmm.
because it's just so uplifting and I love her smile,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the energy of that.
And this is made from what material?
It is, I use acrylic, crushed glass, resin,
Mm-hmm.
glitter, any sort of material that I can.
Looks nice. Looks nice. Let's jump into the next one.
Welcome.
How big are these pieces, by the way?
This is a 30 by 40-inch piece.
Oh, so about 3 foot by 3.5 foot
For,
almost.
yeah.
Okay, okay, 3 foot by 4 foot. But I'm sure if someone desires something even bigger, you can make it even bigger.
Of course, I do commission pieces as well.
Okay, okay, okay. Malcolm X looks good. Let's jump into the next one.
Nina Simone, classic. Now I handcrafted her earrings for myself and put that on her. This is crushed glass, diamond dust.
That's
Yeah,
very nice. That's
gotta
very
love some
nice.
Nina Simone.
Okay, Nina Simone. What's the inspiration
Ooh,
behind this?
I actually sent the wrong image, but that is that is called Conqueror.
Mm-hmm.
Now her mask is protruding off of her face, because
Is
she's
it
gonna breathe again.
that
It's for
COVID-19
Corona.
mask?
This is COVID-19. This is
Okay.
conquering that, and her headpiece, which is handmade by me from scratch, and the mask as well. Um, I'm
That's
sorry
very
I didn't give
nice.
you the correct image, but it has like pearls and diamonds and different feathers and stuff.
Okay, that looks nice. All right, let's jump into the next. That's
Black
very.
rooted star. I use curry shells and glass and pheasant feathers.
Mm-hmm.
I love that image.
That's a very nice image. Very nice.
That actually sold.
Oh,
Oh, there you
there's
go.
there's the image.
There's a better image
I got you.
of it. That piece is nice. I love it.
Okay.
You know, I don't want to just paint things that I want to paint recovery, please.
Mm-hmm.
Shadi.
Okay, I see Sade looking nice. Okay.
Mm-hmm. One of my favorites.
Oh, here's another one.
Yes, the moon. That one sold as well. I actually did a progression video when I was doing that. Um,
Hmm. How long does it normally take you to make this?
it depends on size, I work some crazy hours continuously, so it
Mm-hmm.
could take a few days for me to complete stuff.
Okay. I like it. All right. Jump into the next one.
Yes, there we go, another jazz favorite,
Mm-hmm.
which I handcrafted her earrings as well,
Oh, okay, okay.
and
I see it right
glass,
here.
and yeah,
Okay.
you know,
Looks
I love just
nice.
making those things. It's fun for me.
I got you. Let's jump into the next. Is that the last one? Yeah, that's the last one for now. That looks good. And let's get back to the dual screen real fast. So, I know you had all of those different pieces that you showed us, but why is it the Rihanna one that's right next to you? What's so special about this one?
This is the latest piece, and
Oh,
I
okay.
I feel like if this is one of my best,
Mm,
mainly because of the headpiece
okay.
and the details of it and the earrings that I crafted.
Mm-hmm.
I just love it.
I
And
hear
her
you.
eyes, something about her eyes also is a very deep image.
Yeah.
Like if you see it in person and maybe walking past the studio, like, wait, Rihanna,
Mm-hmm.
just get the shit
Mm-hmm.
out
Mm-hmm.
of me. Because it looked, it looked just like her.
Yeah. I would say it looks like a really accurate replica of her. That's a really good
Yes.
word.
I'm like, Riri, you here?
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. So, I guess in closing, Andrea, and I really appreciate you coming on and just talking with me about
I
your
appreciate
art
you.
and a little bit of your background and all that stuff. How can people reach out to you, and what do you say? No, actually, before you answer that, let's talk about where do you see your art going? Maybe next year, 5 years, 10 years.
I mean, I would love to have my non-profit foundation, Andrea's Heart, geared towards helping women from the Caribbean and all over to mentor them
Mm-hmm.
and teach them and connect them with the right people.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to build a unit of women, a lawyer and all these different things to
Yeah.
help them out. I don't want anyone to go through what I went through because it's just not an easy thing. I'm also learning that creating is nice, but it's also a business.
It is.
So you need to have your contracts in order. You need to, know how to deal with society, know how to deal with men, within the industry, how to always keep it professional, when to know that this is a sale from them just trying to take you out to dinner.
Yeah. Yeah.
In terms
That
of
that
art.
happens all the time with me. I know exactly what
Ah,
you.
you're so funny. Of course, I would love to take my art worldwide,
Mm-hmm.
to do hopefully a show in London and stuff like that. In terms of concrete plans, really grew
Mm-hmm.
to a certain capacity. But I've learned throughout my life experience that sometimes I make plans and God does something different. So I'm really and truly just keeping it open. I have a vision, yes, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm still staying open to any direction He has for me, if that makes sense.
It does. It does. I like that you have a artistic, but you have a very spiritual connectivity regarding your
You need,
inspiration.
you need to have it, honestly. This might sound a little crazy, but if I feel a block, I usually meditate and ask God for, a direction or inspiration. He has
Inspiration.
with many miracles in my life. And
Yes.
sometimes someone may come around and I get inspiration off of a conversation,
Hmm. Well,
or I go out and I see something, or, that's just how I would.
okay. Well, I hope that our conversation today was
Of
inspirational,
course, from one
just
Trinity to the
from
next, I
one
love
tune
it.
to the next. And whoever is checking out our discussion, I hope that you all are inspired by Andrea's art. Check her out on her website, Andrea's Unique Art. Check her out on Instagram
You could
at,
also
at,
email me if you have any questions,
mhm,
at annieuniqueart@yahoo.com.
at yahoo.com. Hey,
Or hit me in the DM. It's
it's
fine.
all good. It's all good. It is all good. Hey, Andrea, I really appreciate you talking with me today. I know it's a Saturday. I know it's,
No,
I
it's a
mean,
Friday.
oh, it's a Friday? Oh, my bad. It's a Friday. Oops.
Yes,
I know
so
it's a
sorry.
Friday, but, I really appreciate you coming and talking. I hope that those who are checking out everything reach out to her, commission this lady. She's super talented, and I want to, give her a shout out and a positive energy out there for her.
Yes, I'm taking positive vibes to you too.
Positive
Just thank you
vibes.
so much
Yeah,
for
no
having
problem, no
me.
problem, no problem. So I'll talk to you later, all right?
No problem. Bye.
Later. So I know we just had a great discussion there with Andrea. Check her out. Her art information, her contact information is on the bottom. I'm inspired. She's a great artist. I'm inspired as an entrepreneur. I'm inspired as a business owner. So, take the time, give her a shout out, support her small business, just as I've enjoyed supporting her small business. And as I say in closing every single time, and I hope that you all remember, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and take care of others. Bye.